Wow, Willie here, getting serious for a change. Going to talk about your brain on trauma or something. I don't know. I'm like 2 parts Buddhist, 1 part spiritual, 1 part psychological, a whole lot of wild. All right, got the board, got a picture. This is my brain. If you can tell, it's beautiful. Beautiful brain. Got some colors, got some letters, got some shapes. All right, let's go. So, oh wait, no, I'm supposed to do an introduction. We're all here. We all have autonomy. We have power. Our purpose of being here is to learn to actualize our power and then exercise it for the good of others. That's kind of the purpose of life, attained and realized through work, singleness of mind, concentration. And that's it, folks. So, but depending on what happens to us in our life, our brain changes. So, this is what this video is about. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, this is my brain. We got the 3 main areas of the brain, and then we got the chakras over there. Chakras are important. The colors are somewhat coordinated to the brain I drew. All right, so you got 3 main areas in your brain. You got your brain stem and your amygdala. That's number 1 here. That's fight, flight, or freeze. That's your survival response. Your brain grows successively. First part, second part, third part. 3 main parts, kind of ish. So anyways, that's your amygdala, your brain stem. That's called your reptilian brain. And we're going to get into something on that in a minute. That's called your reptilian brain. And then you got your midbrain, which is red. Okay, that's red. That's your midbrain here. Emotional center, black or white thinking. Okay, that's your midbrain. And then you got your outside brain. That's the neocortex. Now the neocortex is that's the adult brain, right? So if you see over there, got insight, concentration, faith, love. That kind of belongs to the neocortex. That's where that stuff happens. You see, people have known this stuff for thousands of years, but when you do the brain imaging that science has given us now, we get all this other stuff. We can look at it, and they say, oh, there's 3 different centers. So like I was explained like this. This is neocortex. Like I'm good. We're using all them skills up there on number 3, which are empathy, planning, metacognition, which is like thinking about yourself. Like who am I? Like self-awareness. Basically, critical thinking, mental flexibility, self-control, self-regulation, attention, thought, and perception. See, that's this. If I go like this, then I'm in my emotional center. If I'm in my emotional center, you never cook for me. I always do all the cooking. I always plan all the dates. You never plan the dates. You never listen to me. That's black or white thinking. That's like we're boom. And then if it descends into the survival brain, boom, it's like you're gone. So anyways, those are your 3 main brain states, and they kind of do correlate with the chakras over there. So you got security, sensation, and I did a merge of the colors because I don't know, they're kind of power. It's kind of midbrain, but it's kind of connected to the bottom 2 also, and then love. That's where we really get into the upper brain. So what am I saying to y'all out there? What am I saying to you? I'm saying to you that we know the chakras. We know that you can be in any chakra in any given moment. You got security, which is the physical energy. You got sensation, which is the sexual energy. You got power, which is the destructive energy that we have all in us. You have love, which is the creative energy. Faith, which is mental energy. Concentration, which is focused energy. And then insight, which is receiving the energy from somewhere else. Or the ultimate goal of all the chakras, turning to spirit. Every 12 years we are graduating. Our energy is predominantly one from the other. We can see that if we are children, We need security, birth to age 12. We are primarily concerned with security. We are dependent on the caregivers for our needs to be met. If our needs are not met, our security is hijacked, then the brain activity, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, the neural networks, the habits of patterns of behaviors, if you're not if you don't have secure, your neurons are in here. That's where they're getting put. Yep, they're getting put in the amygdala there. Okay, maybe up in here in your midbrain. If it's not always so bad. But you're not getting any neural networks up in here. You're not getting up in there. You're not accessing these skills, right? If somebody hijacks your security when you're a baby, when you're a kid, birth at 12, if something happens to you, gross violations, and then you stay in those chronically, you're not getting up in here in the cortex. You're not developing, you're not accessing those skills. This is how this works from a scientific-ish level. You see, so what am I saying here? What am I saying is you encounter these people in your life and they don't have these skills. It's because they didn't make it up here so much. But we all are here to realize and exercise our power. So we all have power, we all have autonomy, right? If our habits and our patterns of behavior were mostly wired in these lower levels, which is the lower chakras, basically, we're going to have opposites of all these behaviors. Because our power is going to exert itself, but it's not going to be mental flexibility, it's going to be mental rigidity. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be a lot of critical thinking, it's going to be impulsive action. You see what I'm saying? Perceptions are going to be mostly negative. Because you think and you say, well, I feel better when I think positively. You see, my perception, I'll have a positive perception, right? It's mostly concerned with power, security, and sensation. You see, they're all connected, right? And what I'm saying is, now this is an interesting segue anyways. Enough of that. That's my thoughts on the brain on trauma. And then what my thing is, in the Bible, this is my thought about the Bible. They call this part of your brain your reptilian brain because reptiles don't have neocortexes. Mammals have neocortexes. Humans have big neocortexes, right? We've evolved. This is evolution right here. We've evolved to develop all of these executive functioning skills. The reptile, the serpent, doesn't have those skills. The reptile, the serpent that tricked Eve, is symbolic of the amygdala. All the people you encounter who do not have executive or strong executive functioning skills, the Bible was trying to warn us. You love those people all the same. All right. Till next time, being real. See you later.